I've never been so afraid to share something in my life. Because when you share the darkest parts of your stories, it's hard to go into those dark, dark places that you don't want anyone else to know about. This is something that I've only shared with a handful of people, and even a lot of my closest friends don't know this about me. For many years, through all of middle school, all of high school, and all of college, I truly believed a lie that I was supposed to die at a very young age. I believed that I would die in a car accident, and every time I drove, I would picture myself getting in that car accident. I believed this painful, crushing lie for many, many years. I didn't believe I had a future. I didn't think that there was really anything to live for. I didn't dream about marriage. I didn't think about what I was going to do with a career. I didn't think about children. I didn't think about any of it because I believed I would die sometime in my mid-20s. There was really no reason for me to believe that lie, but it paralyzed me for many, many years. Nothing mattered. I was indifferent. I believed I was unworthy. I believed that I didn't have greatness inside of me. I didn't tell very many people because I didn't want them to know this weird, freaky thing inside of me. But I just knew they would find out. I knew they'd find out when they came to my funeral. They would see that I was dead. And that was just the way that my life was meant to be for some crazy reason. One night I accidentally told my mentors, Heather and Kevin, I told them that I believed I would be dying soon. It was, I was about 22 when I told them, so it was about 3 years ago. And they looked at me with so much love in their eyes and they said, "No, Janelle, no, you're not meant to die. That's not God's plan for you. That's darkness. That's darkness that's trying to make you believe that you're not supposed to live, so that you don't plan for your future, so you never plan for big things, so that you think with this limited, sad, pathetic mindset. But God has big things for you. God has a future. He has something big and bright. In fact, the bigger the plan that He has for a person, the more He's going to try to limit that. Not God, darkness. So God has a big plan for your life, but because the plan is so incredible and you're going to impact so many lives, of course, darkness wants to pull you down. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. They prayed for me and I realized like enough is enough. I need to start changing my mindset. It's time to start living in the light and stop living in the dark and stop believing that I'm going to die and stop living like I'm dying and to start living like I have the worth that I have. I am worthy. My mindset just completely changed and I realized that I was created to be a leader. I was created to change lives and people. Everything switched. After that day moving forward, my mind started to go to a whole other place. And every time I found myself wanting to go to that dark place where I'd be like, I'm going to die, I'd be like, no, you're not going to die because you have worth. You have meaning. You were born with a purpose and God has something big in store for you. And when I started to believe that, I started to act like that. And that's when I started to take leaps of faith. And that's when I started to be a leader. And that's when I started to step into my role. I now live a driven life. It's purpose-filled. I know my purpose. My goal is to help other people who are in similar dark, scary places like the one that I was in for many, many years. And that's part of the reason I became a personal trainer, because I knew that if I became a personal trainer, I could help people. Now, a lot of times people think the problem is their body. They think if they change their body, then they're going to be able to be happy. A lot of times there's something a lot deeper in there. And I wanted to help people find their self-worth and to find what they have within them. And sometimes that starts with health and fitness and nutrition and taking care of yourself. But ultimately, it comes to your brain. It's hard for me to share that. It's hard for me to put that out there publicly. But the reason why I do it is because I know that there are other people who are going through hardships. So if anyone here relates to what I'm saying, where you're living a life that doesn't have purpose, you feel like you're just floating along, it feels like you don't have meaning, you're not sure what you were created for, I want to help you. I know what that's like. It breaks my heart. It's not okay. It's not how you're meant to live. You were created for purpose. There's not just greatness in some of us, there's greatness in every single one of us. It's time to discover your greatness. It's time to discover your worth. It's time to transform your life. Not just on the outside, although that part is very awesome for confidence and for feeling good, but ultimately on the inside. That's where your transformation is. Thank you guys.